Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome to another little sort of a list kind of video, if you will. It's not a top 10 or anything like that. I'm just going to go through 8 films that I believe deserve a 4K upgrade. Most of these are just available on Blu-ray, and one is only available on DVD here in the UK. Now, before you say anything in the comments, this is about UK. All right, so this is about UK releases. Not that some of these may have a 4K release in other countries, but here in the UK they haven't, and they've only had up to Blu-ray, if you will, sort of upgrade, but never got the 4K treatment. I could be wrong. Maybe none of these are on 4K. I haven't researched it. All that I know that I cannot pick these up on 4K here. This sort of video came about because lately I've been making a few sort of top 10s and saying I wish this film was on 4K, I wish this film's on 4K, and I've discovered a few have been. For example, Gandhi was on 4K and I didn't know, so I've upgraded that. One of my favourite horror films, Kill List, has had a 4K release on Severin, which is an American company, but their 4K release is a region 3. So I've picked that up. That will be in my pickups for July video, which might be coming out quite soon. But these films, as far as I know, they haven't had a 4K upgrade, and I think they would be incredible on 4K. So I'm going to start off with, first of all, a film that isn't a horror film, but an Alan Parker film called Midnight Express. It's one of my favourite sort of films ever. It's based on the Turkish prison with a wonderful cast, including the incredible John Hurt. It's an amazing film based in the Turkish prison. An American guy's caught smuggling drugs and gets the hardest sort of sentence, and it's his survival in a Turkish prison. It's an incredible, depressing, downbeat, but very quite brutal film. Amazing, and it would be so cool to have that on 4K. It's an amazing film. Next one's is not a horror film either. It's a Gus Van Sant era film called Merry Christmas, Mr. Lawrence, with Tom Conti, Rishi Sakamoto, David Bowie, to name but a few actors in the film. Great film based in a Japanese prisoner of war camp. I have been through this on my channel a number of times. Starring the late great David Bowie, the late great Rishi Sakamoto. It's an incredible film, amazing soundtrack, and it's one of my favourite films of the 1980s, and it really does deserve a 4K upgrade. It would be stunning. The next one is a monster flick, and to be honest, I think this has probably got 4Ks elsewhere, but in the UK we've only had it here on Blu-ray, and it's quite a recent film, and it is Shin Godzilla. We've only had the Blu-ray release here, I believe. I would have bought this on 4K because I loved it. This is probably one of my favourite, probably my second favourite Godzilla film after the original 1950s one. This is probably my next favourite one. I love this film. It does resemble a lot from the original, but it's an up-to-date one, and it's so good. And so all we've had here was this double Blu-ray set. I've not seen it on 4K. If it is, someone will probably correct me, and I will probably try and pick it up if they have. But it's such a really good film. I love Shin Godzilla, and I think it does deserve a 4K upgrade if it hasn't already. Now, this one I know doesn't have a 4K upgrade here in the UK. In fact, in the UK, it doesn't even have a Blu-ray update. So this is actually one of 2 titles here that are only on DVD in the UK, but I do have a Blu-ray edition of it. I've upgraded it from an Umbrella release. I had to, because it's one of my favourite films. It's a Christopher Smith film, and it is Creep with Sean Harris, based on the London Underground. Sean plays this deserted human creature, if you will, that's been brought up and sort of like used for experimented on in the sort of like depths of London Underground, and he survived it, and he's living off people and stuff like that. It's a really cool film. It does resemble the 1960s or 70s British cannibal film Deathline. It is quite similar in a lot of ways, but it's an amazing film. It would be really cool to have a 4K upgrade. I believe some of his other films, like The Descent, are just getting a 4K upgrade. So why not Creep? I love Creep. It's my favourite. It's one of my favourite films. I would love that on 4K. Now this one is a Swedish horror film, which, as you know, guys, I adore this film. I've done nothing but sang its praise ever since I started my channel, and it's probably my one of my favourite, if not my favourite, vampire film. Let the Right One In. Incredible, beautiful film, and this would be stunning in 4K. It looks really nice on Blu-ray, let alone 4K. It tells a young sort of like lad's infatuation with his new neighbour, it turns out to be a vampire. He just thinks he's just a different young girl, but she's holding a secret background. And it's a very uncompromising, very touching, but very sort of a sinister film, and it's amazing and it's beautiful, and the soundtrack is incredible. So Let the Right One In needs a 4K print. I would really love Second Sight to pick this movie up and give it the works, because it's an amazing film. So I think that deserves an upgrade. Now this next British horror film, again only available here in the UK on DVD. Our Australian cousins may have released it on Blu-ray, I'm not sure, but it's not had a 4K release, and it is The Ritual, which is an incredible film. And I just think, why hasn't anyone even picked this up for Blu-ray? I mean, it's a great film. Again, Second Sight, you would do an amazing job on this film. It's amazing. It's a folk horror in Sweden. These English guys go on a backpacking journey there to scatter their friends' ashes, and they get lost within the woods, and they come across sort of like the folk horror and witchcraft elements that live within this woods. It's fantastic. It's an amazing, scary, eerie, spooky film, and it would look stunning on 4K. It looks great on DVD, so God knows what it would look like on 4K. It'd be amazing to get a 4K. So next up is I'm sure this will come at some point. I'm sure it will, because it's a 20th Century Fox film with Heather Graham, Robbie Coltrane is in it, Johnny Depp, and it's From Hell. The best Jack the Ripper film I think ever made. It's just amazing. It's stunning. It's wonderful. It's beautifully shot. Based in Victorian London. Johnny Depp plays this complicated and troubled sort of detective who sort of falls for one of the local prostitutes, and the prostitutes are being killed by Jack the Ripper, and he is trying to solve out the murder before the one he loves gets taken away. And it gets complicated. It involves the royal family, and it delves it into this own idea who Jack the Ripper is, because Jack the Ripper was never found out, but this is just giving you one interpretation who it could be. It's an amazing film, really cool. Please, let's have a 4K of this. It'd be amazing. And last but not least, I'm cheating because it's a trilogy, and again it's on 20th Fox, and again it's just outrageous this hasn't had a 4K releases here in the UK yet, and it is the Omen trilogy. They all look beautiful on Blu-ray, so they all look stunning on 4K, and with a nice Dolby Atmos sound, bringing that soundtrack out would be absolutely stunning. It's a great story, following the journey of Damien Thorne, who supposedly is the Antichrist, the son of the devil, being raised up through politics. It's an amazing trilogy of film. It's incredible deaths, incredible cast. We have Gregory Peck, we have Sam Neill, we have David Warner, you know, we have Lee Remick, we have William Holden's in them, I believe, as well. It's such an amazing cast throughout the three films. It's stunning. Amazing trilogy, and it really needs a 4K release. So there we are, guys. This short video, it was just when I was at work today, and I was just really chuffed that I've managed to pick up Kill List on 4K, and it made me think what other films it would be amazing to have on 4K. So if you know if any of these do have a 4K release, let me know down below, but they have to be in a sort of edition that I can actually pick up, because if they've got a Blu-ray, I need the Blu-ray to be region free as well as the 4K, because I don't buy. There are some available on 4K that I would like, but the Blu-ray discs region A and stuff like that, like there's Day of the Dead that's come out. There's other films that are Leviathan, things like that. I would love to get. They got released on 4K, but the other disc is the Blu-ray. It's region A, and the special features are going to be on it. And I love my special features. When I watch the film, if I've watched it early enough, I then go into the special features and stuff like that. Or if I'm off a day's work and I'm not sure what to watch, I chuck on a film and watch the special features rather than the movie. It gives me more of an experience around certain films. So that's amazing. So I think all those deserve a 4K release. Massive shout out to my lads. See you soon, guys.